What do you think is going to happen in the world of B2B content marketing in 2025? It's time to look into my crystal ball and share my thoughts, ideas, and predictions. AI is a big theme, but there's also search, platform priority shifts, communities, LinkedIn video, and more. There's so much to talk about. Let's jump in. You're listening to the Content 10x podcast, where it's all about content repurposing. I'm Amy Woods, and I'm here to help you maximize your content and find smart ways to get your message in front of more of the right people, whilst also saving time. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the Content 10x podcast and the first episode of 2025. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Amy Woods, the CEO and founder of Content 10x, and I've got a great episode in store for you. Now, it's become somewhat of a ritual to kick the year off with a predictions episode where I take a look ahead at what I think we're going to see in the world of B2B content marketing. I can tell you this episode has been really interesting for me. As always, I've put so much time into gathering my thoughts and preparing for it because we are living in such interesting times right now. What I'm about to run through with you is not all AI related, but a lot of it is, because we are in a tech revolution at the moment. It's a defining time in history. I honestly think that we are going to say pre-AI and post-AI as eras in our lifetime. There's absolutely no denying it's having a huge impact upon marketing. And I think it makes this predictions episode one of the most interesting ones that I've ever recorded. Now, before I get to the main content, just to mention, if you want content repurposing tips and guidance, industry updates, inspiring stories, and exclusive news delivered straight to your inbox every other week, then join thousands of marketers, business owners and creators and become a Content 10x insider. Just head to content10x.com/newsletter. Okay, back to the main content, and without further ado, here are my views and predictions for the year ahead. First, unsurprisingly, AI will continue to change the way we create content for the very bad and very good, two extremes. I think there's potential for it to have a really good impact and really bad. For the creators, that's depending on when and how you use it. For the audience, we are already seeing a sea of really bad content, and that will only get worse and worse. High volume, low quality AI generated content. We're only at the start of this. We're nowhere near tipping point. And as content becomes more commoditized and we see more AI generated and low quality content, this will mean that quality standards for content consumers, our audience, that's going to get higher, as they will disregard the poor content and seek out quality content. So the really top quality content will stand out. So more AI content will ultimately push the desired quality standard up, which is great for people who still care and have their own views and create quality content. More differentiated and quality content is required by your audience for specific types of content. And I've got more to share on this later on in the episode. Now, I'm not slamming using AI at all. AI is useful for a lot of things in your content workflow, but quick and easy methods to create content is also a quick and easy path to undifferentiated commoditized content. You should never outsource to AI your original thinking, experiences, observations, and points of view. Emphasis on the word your. So many people say AI enables human creativity and provides space for it. You can do mundane things faster and leave time to be even more creative. But a lot of people say that, yet what they then lean into is being really lazy. They accept the garbage that AI can spit out and just think, wow, it's passable, it took a few seconds, job done. Now, please don't do this. Instead, be in the group going the extra mile to create that top quality content that is going to stand out. And if you don't know how to do this, then learn or get help with doing this. A great example, I could have used AI for this episode. I could have just asked Perplexity, ChatGPT, or whatever tool to tell me some predictions for content marketing for the year ahead. And then I could have just run with that. And there would be lots of other B2B content marketing predictions content all over the internet sharing the same thing as me, because we all just got it from the same tool. It would be boring, unoriginal, not my views, and just nothing to be proud of. So it's okay to use AI for your research, but you need to put your own review, opinion, ideas on top. Instead, for this episode, I did some research using AI. I also used Google. I read reports. I reflected on what I see every day. I listened to podcast episodes. I attended events, and I formed my own views over hours of research and layering my expertise and knowledge as a marketer in the world of B2B. I spent probably 8 hours working out what my views were for this episode and developing it out into a plan and a script. In contrast, I could have spent 1 minute and gone with the Perplexity result and script. It wouldn't have been my views, it could have included errors and omissions, and as I said, it would probably match thousands of similar content out there that use Perplexity to come up with the same thing. So it just becomes a quick method to poor content. We don't want to do that. We want to be in the category that is developing high quality, differentiated content. Okay, second, AI will continue to change SEO and how we find content, and as a result, the types of content we create. I spoke about generative AI and search in my interview with Christopher Penn on the Content 10X podcast, so go check that out and I'll leave a link in the show notes. When it comes to how we search online, things have changed considerably and will continue to change more rapidly this year. As of May 2024, according to a study by SparkToro, 60% of searches on search engines result in no click. You get what you want from the results page. The AI snippets that answer your question at the top of the page did the trick. There's also the AI overviews people also ask. Sites like Google don't want to lose you. They want to keep you on the platform. They are clearly doing a very good job and will continue to do so. And as well as zero-click search in search engines, there are so many people that go to Gen AI tools where they would have previously gone to search engines, and you can't blame them. For many types of search, it's so much quicker and simpler and ad-free, at least for now, to go to a tool like Perplexity. Andy Crestodina, who was a previous guest on the Content 10X podcast, and I'm really pleased to say he's an upcoming guest on the show as well. He says that SEO needs to focus on visit website intent key phrases. So key phrases that will get clicks. When creating content for SEO, you should consider, is someone searching for a simple answer, or are they searching for something where they will want to go deeper? So they will want to click on a website and look further into it, and then focus on creating content for the latter, where you rank and there is visit website intent. So with this in mind, in 2025, a really solid B2B marketing strategy will include creating less how-to content and listicle content that's too hard to compete with AI. And instead, it will be about creating more detailed and in-depth thought leadership content. And I've got more to come on this in just a moment. My third prediction is that marketing teams will spend budget on investment in AI skills, because all this talk about using AI and using it in the right ways is all well and good, but people don't just become skilled in using AI tools overnight. As with any new skill, it's helpful to be taught. After all, with AI, the quality of what you get out is only as good as what you put in. So marketing teams will invest in AI skills, in how to write prompts, how to write personas. There will also be investment in how to use AI to make teams better at email marketing, SEO, social media, blog posts, and more. Prediction number 4 is the rise of AI assistants. We'll be using AI even when we're not going out of our way to do so, because AI assistants are in a lot of the tools that we use. Nothing new, but we'll see more and more of this. For example, in Adobe products and tools like Descript, We really like Captivate podcast hosts, and they have an AI assistant now. These assistants will just become infused into the tools we use, whether we choose to use them or not. Next, marketing teams will focus on creating what AI can't. Based on what I've said so far, I'm not sure if this is a prediction or more a call to action, but work out what AI can't create and create that. This is what I recommend. Interviews with experts within your organisation. That human expertise is the focus. More independent original research, reports, white papers, awesome content, perfect for repurposing too. Create original research and you'll have so much great content from it, and it's uniquely yours. More live streams, they are potentially going to come back into popularity. The drive for authenticity in the battle against mundane AI content. Webinars, whether live or just more video content, particularly with experts and thought leaders within your B2B organisation. Events as well, so definitely more in-person events as we crave human connection and more community too, which I'm going to come on to in a moment. And also virtual events, not just in-person events, but there's some great examples of virtual events that do a great job of that human connection side as well. More collaborations and more influencer content, so people working with each other. And more focus on personal branding content as well. This is more important when the emphasis is on people versus AI. Personal branding content where you can be honest. You don't want to be gaming it for likes and follows. Instead, be patient, authentic, and be in it for the long haul with building a personal brand and working with the leaders in your organisation to help build their personal brand and their thought leadership. So this is all really key. Create the content that AI can't. Okay, so moving on from the AI predictions, here are some non-AI specific predictions, but there's still a little bit of a feature of AI in some of this as well. I did warn you there would be quite a focus on AI in this episode. Moving on from those ones specifically, here's a few more ideas that I have. People will move from certain platforms and there will be more community focus. With the influx of this low quality AI content, people will get utterly fed up and tune out of certain platforms. They will have content fatigue and there will be quality and trust concerns, and we'll see them go to other platforms instead, where the focus is on different formats that aren't as taken over by AI, and also they will go to platforms where there is more of a community focus than purely a content focus. So there will be a big lean into the community focused platforms. Perhaps this will be really good for private membership communities and niche professional networks, and they could also exist on the corners of LinkedIn, proprietary sites and apps, Slack, Discord. B2B brands will invest in building and nurturing these online communities, which will still come from creating high quality original content, but will also have engagement strategies and community focus. Next, B2B will focus a lot on ABM. In B2B, there will be more of an expectation for personalization and tailored experiences and communications. ABM provides this. It'll move from being sometimes considered a bit of a niche strategy to more of a mainstream approach. I said I wouldn't mention AI specifically again, but I think it's really important to say here that AI can help with ABM because AI tools can help conduct analysis and work out how to target certain companies and certain accounts. So AI can really fuel and help an ABM approach. But I think we're going to see a bit more of a focus and a demand for ABM strategies within B2B. Next, LinkedIn is the main B2B social media platform. Nothing changes there, and it will continue to be. There will be a boom in short-form vertical videos on LinkedIn. Their video-only feed in the mobile app, which is basically like TikTok, Instagram Reels and Shorts. It's an immersive video experience. That's where they are placing a lot of emphasis. We're seeing people get lots of reach on vertical videos on LinkedIn. More people are going to be creating vertical videos for LinkedIn in 2025. More people will be trying to work out how to create short engaging videos. The short engaging videos that work on TikTok might not be the same as the ones that will work on LinkedIn. And also, how do you get people to engage with short vertical videos on LinkedIn? That seems to not yet really be worked out. We see a lot of reach for videos placed in the video feed on the app, but we don't see as much engagement. So it's probably a blend of the videos not actually being engaging and also it not being that clear how to engage with them. So either way, a lot of people are going to try and crack the LinkedIn vertical video code in 2025. So we'll see lots of vertical videos and hopefully it'll raise the quality game of video content on LinkedIn. I'm not sure how the non-video content will fare overall and what the platform will start to look like as the year moves on, but it's going to be interesting times on LinkedIn. And also on LinkedIn, there will be a big popularity surge in having LinkedIn newsletters too. They are doing really well at the moment, and watch this space for the Content 10X bi-weekly newsletter on LinkedIn. Now, I have so much more to say about these topics, but I will need to call it there for this week's episode. I'll cover lots more detail about many of these topics in the future episodes on the Content 10X podcast. I feel like I've only just skimmed the surface of some of the things that I'd love to say and talk about on some of the topics covered here today in this predictions episode. So thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate you spending time with me today, and I hope you found this episode really useful. If you want help with your content marketing, whether it's help with your content strategy and developing a content calendar or roadmap, through to content creation from scratch, or support with content repurposing, so maximizing and repurposing and distributing your content, we can help. Just get in touch, go to content10x.com/inquiry and get in touch with us. We'd love to speak. Okay, so that's a wrap for this week's episode. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.